everybody, thanks for clicking on my video. I'm Bebe and welcome to my channel, Orchidea Collective. I try to read the energies that are prominent in the collective and tell the story the cards want to tell. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so if it sounds like it's for you, but the next message doesn't, leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. I intend for these readings to be timeless, so whenever you find them is when you're meant to. Oh, let's call in our protections. Some for you, some for me. Oh, it's going to be smoky for a minute. We ask all positive energies to attend us and guide us to the messages that will fulfill our highest good. Guides, ancestors, patrons, angels, archangels, elementals, and spirit, come forward and be with me. Michael, stand guard. Gabriel, make the messages clear and useful. Metatron, be present to protect the seekers and deliverers of the divine's communications. Ooh. Alright, so what were we doing? Last week we saw that the masculine was getting deep healing in the 5D. And I've left it alone for about a week. I didn't want to go prodding around in the 5D if masculine's in there getting healing. So it's been a while, so let's check in, okay? We'll start with the Faerie Oracles by Brian Froud. I let them rest for a little bit, so maybe they'll have some new messages for us. I hope everyone's doing well. I think Pluto just went retrograde. No. Yeah, Pluto went retrograde, but Jupiter entered Pisces. So that's very fortuitous. Hopefully we can harness some of that wonderful Jupiter energy that's very expansive and lucky. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Sagittarius, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Very expansive, very thoughtful, very fun-loving. Remember, he is Zeus in the Greek mythology, so Zeus is very rambunctious, if we might say. That's a nice way of putting it, right? And that's in Pisces now, the deep sign of intuition and dreams and psychic abilities. So that is the placement for manifestation. So let's try to harness some of that, hopefully. Alright, fairies, tell us what is going on with the masculine, divine masculine and divine feminine of the twin dynamic currently. Drop me 3 for the masculine. Yup, Sylvanus, it came out earlier for me. I tried this reading last night. Didn't get very far because of kitties, but oh, fairy godmother, a wish granted. I love it. All right, this is really amazing energy for masculine, and what a change from last week. And the singer of courage. Oh, masculine, hello. Good morning. He's woken up, hasn't he? Spirit, drop me 3 for the feminine, please. The divine feminine and the twin flame dynamic currently. This collective. What's going on in the divine feminine collective, please? Like the Myomancer. Small clues, omens, and portents and signs. The Sage. Hello, Sage. I love him so much. Protection. He says protection to me even though it's inner wisdom and hidden knowledge. So he's like the hermit, the shaman. Ooh. So is this reversed then? Like we've got... No, I'm going to keep it. Masculine on top. Okay. So let's see what we have so far, and then we'll get to what the energy in the connection itself is in the middle. We've got Sylvanus. Oh, he is a powerful, powerful energy. Sharp perception, new truth. see. Perceptions. False perceptions. Cut away false perceptions. The mask of truth. Oh, the masks. Okay. Okay. I think I have to adjust my lamp real quick. Excuse me, please. Okay. Everybody can still see. That's still good? Okay, that's good. Okay, now. The mask of truth. Something moment. Sharp perception, new truth. Cut away false perceptions. Man, that's powerful. Look at that sword. Look at that sword of truth right there that she's holding. That is a powerful sword. That's what the masculine is using to cut away falsehoods in his life. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see what else we can see. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, he's gorgeous. He's like the spirit of the wild. And that mask he was holding is actually, behind him is truth. Like behind the mask is the truth. Look at that masculine. He kind of looks like, there's another, I want to say himself. There's another fairy that's got like these, the horns and grass and stuff in his hair as a crown. It's really beautiful. But that is like truth incarnate. It could even be like the King of Swords, but this is even more powerful. And then we have Fairy Godmother, of course, which is grace and helpful lessons. A little nudge. Catch a break. Ooh, finally. Small gift or wish out of nowhere. Ah, luck. Yeah, luck. And then we have the Singer of Courage. Bravery, self-discipline, morals, moral strength, break limitations, I think. Transmutation of fear. That's powerful. Wow, that is some great energy for the masculine. He's cutting away lies. He's got a little bit of a nudge, like a good luck, and he's being brave. Feminine. Let's see what's going on in the feminine. Okay, so we've got Mike the Myomancer. He's one of the stone men. These are like the earth signs. They're very slow. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but not necessarily. Everyone's got that somewhere in their chart, and they can be in that slow, earthy energy at any time. But this one is messages, small clues, omens, portents, signs, and details. So take it slow. I hate that energy. Take it slow. It's like time's running out and we've got things to do, and then all these earthy energies coming through going, hang on a minute, just take it slow. So this is the She of the Cruach. This came out earlier also for my impromptu reading that I didn't record. This is the Empress. Dharma heads up, the Empress dropped. Mother God right here. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that energy. It says comfort, nurturing, grace, the receptacle of growth, pregnancy, and I think this says recovery. I can't read it. And then the sage, the hermit, the shaman. I like to think that this is like Empress and Emperor energy. Very beautiful. He is one of my favorite cards because with him comes this beautiful encompassing energy of protection. And some of us really need to feel that right now. Some of us really need that energy of a protector around us, because this last cycle left a lot of us just stripped, right? Stripped and tired and open and vulnerable. But here's the sage. Judgment, detachment, contemplation, inner vision, hidden knowledge, transition and change, discovering and simplify. Okay, feminine. What's going on with you? I believe this feminine energy is stuck, but in this case, I don't think it's stuck in a bad way. I think that this feminine energy is just like hunkered down, watching the signs, and growing something really, really important to her. And using the inner vision and hidden knowledge and the protection that the sage brings. Look at him. I love it. He has one eye clear and one eye cloudy. This is reminiscent of Odin when he gave up the eye for knowledge. It also reminds me of Mad-Eye Moody, who's got one normal eye and one eye that can see in all directions. He also brings the energy of like seeing the 3D world and seeing what's hidden also in the 5D world. So he brings all-encompassing knowledge, but yet look, he fills the whole card with his presence. So that's why I get the feeling of protection from him. Okay, now, Spirit, can you give us the energy of the connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine here in the twin flame journey? Give us 3 for the state of the connection between the masculine and the feminine. Flaff the Footer. Oh, I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, earthing, grounding. Okay, earthly things. That's alright, that's alright. Getting grounded. That's good. Who's this? Release of the Shadows. Help for the hopeless. Oh. And, the feline. He kind of fell out like very... I'm going to grab one more. I feel like there's one more in here. Do I want that one? I'm going to keep going. I feel like there's one more in here for the connection. Connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. 5D connection, please. Okay, that one flew, but it's on the floor. Let me grab it. The Journeyman, the Fool. The energy of, come on, let's go, we're ready. Okay. That was one more than I wanted, but that's okay. Bottom of the deck, there she is. Lace, the Moon's Daughter. Explore the deep mind and symbols, the unknown. Connect to your higher self. Riddles. Okay, so there might be something hidden. The moon, of course, she hides things. But does she? Sometimes I feel like the moon doesn't necessarily hide things. I feel like her energy is just a safe place for those inner things to be expressed without having to be in the light of day. So not necessarily hiding, but giving a safe space to that hidden stuff that doesn't always get to be seen. Because in the moonlight, sometimes you see shadows and things that you can't see when the sun is out because, our eyes are meant to process things in certain ways. That's why I feel like sometimes there's a whole spectrum of light that we can't see with these orbs that process light the way they do for our eyes. But if we could see those things that the moon illuminates outside of the sunlight. Do you know what I mean? I rambled a little bit, but I feel like that needed to be said. Okay. So in the connection, it's actually very earthy. It's not too, I'm glad that I don't see the Glankener anymore. That Glankener energy is gone, and so is the Hobjob, which is the lower form of the Glankener. He's like blockages and, again, the whisperings and stuff. But they're gone. I love it. And this is all very beautiful, powerful energy. So we've got Fluff the Footer. This is one of the earthy fairies. You see he's very grounded in the leaves and the mushrooms. This is feet on the ground. This is a test. Being real, earthing, grounding, come back down to earth. Okay, so I think maybe if this was the residual from the masculine being in the 5D getting that healing, I think this is calling to him to come out of the 5D now and feet on the ground and like implement the healing that you received. Release of the shadows. Souls connect for healing. Okay. Help for the hopeless, lost, and fallen. Healing deep damage. So that's wonderful. Now they're exchanging that kind of healing back and forth. I love it. It's here with bravery and, no, it's here with Fairy Godmother, which is grace. Grace and luck. A gift from the divine, and she is a Kruak, which is Mother God, the Empress. So, deep healing and finding of the lost. I love that. It reminds me of Ilby the Retriever. He brings things back from the past that were lost. Not quite like Judgment, but much lower vibration of that. So, here we've got the Singer of Courage in the masculine. We've got the Feline in the 5D, and we've got the Sage for the feminine. I think he's got some residual things to attend to in his healing. And he might leave that. There might be some things he hasn't addressed yet in the 5D, and it looks like he's kind of letting it go and carrying on. Independence, travel, honing skills. So he's taking what he's learned in the 5D and he's continuing on. They both might, actually. I always forget to include the feminine because of the last few readings it's just been very masculine centered about what he's doing in the 5D, and while the feminine was working in the 3D. So in the feminine we've got Mike the Myomancer, the Empress, and the Sage. So let's get the People deck and see what earthy kind of energies are at play, because the fairies are all very ethereal. I like to use that as a foundation. It's kind of going opposite though. I should start from the bottom and go up, but this is very ephemeral fairy energy, you know? So let's see what the People deck will got for us. Can I get, please, Sylvanus? Sharp perception, new truth, the mask of truth, cutting away false perception. Spirit, please clarify Sylvanus for the masculine. What perceptions are being cut away? Oh, that was sloppy. What perceptions are being cut away for the masculine? Please, Spirit, clarify the masculine cutting away false perceptions. Oh, you know what? I should shuffle these better. Maybe that's why they're tacky. Tiny hands. Don't fall. One more good shuffle, please. And then we'll clarify Sylvanus. Clarify Sylvanus, please. The Magician. He's manifesting something. Got the Magician and the Fairy Godmother. Okay, please clarify Fairy Godmother for Divine Masculine. Oh, nope, that's too many. Clarify Fairy Godmother, please, for Divine Masculine. That's too many also. Fairy Godmother, please clarify. Oh, what do we have here? That's too many. Oh, but we've got 9 of Wands and 8 of Wands peeking. Let's see if they come into play later. What are you doing to me? Temperance, 2 of Swords making a peek. Fairy Godmother, please. There. 4 of Wands. That's beautiful. This is foundation for a new life with someone. Singer of Courage, please clarify Singer of Courage. Okay, we'll take that. 9 of Cups. Wow, masculine is really pulling out some good magic here. Okay, can we please clarify the feminine? Clarify Mike the Myomancer, please, for feminine energy. Divine Feminine, Mike the Myomancer. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. That's usually an apology. I'll have to think on that. An announcement of new love, maybe? Please clarify Mother God, the Empress, she of the Courage, for the Divine Feminine. That's too many. 7 of Wands, defensiveness. She's defending what she's trying to grow. And the Sage, please. Clarify the Sage for Divine Feminine energy and the Twin Flame dynamic in this collective. What's that? Do we have something? Page of Swords. Information gathering. Yeah, that makes sense. Hidden information, though. This is or like contemplating information that they already have. Okay, let's clarify the connection, please, Spirit. Flap the footer. What's the grounding and earthing about? Feet on the ground, it's a test. Clarify, flap the footer, please. Ten of Cups. That's a beautiful card. Okay, we're going to continue. Release of the shadows, please. Help for the hopeless, lost, and fallen. We've got the Ten of Swords. So that's an ending of a painful cycle. That's nice. Okay, feline. What are the details that we are missing in the connection? Three of Pentacles. Working with someone. Okay. And the journeyman, please. The Fool, independence in the 5D. Implement what was learned. Okay, yeah. Clarify what was learned in the 5D, please. Clarify the two. I'm going to take. I have to take them both, don't I? Temperance and the 8 of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Swords. But it was hidden. It was like this. That might mean something. Hidden over the 3 of Cups. I'll come back to that. All right. I feel a little detached from this tonight, actually. So let's try to get in here. The Magician on Sylvania. So, someone, I'll say the masculine because I wanted him on top. Someone is manifesting something with very clear mind and very clear heart. Hearth, that's like the home. Very clear heart. Look at the magician. He's old, so it feels like he's been trying to manifest this for frickin' ever. Even though it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It could just mean he's very experienced at manifesting, or he's very experienced with his own magic. It's not his first go around, definitely. Your masculine might have gray hair. He might be older now. He might feel older now after everything that he's been through in the 5D with all the healing. And now he might feel confident enough to start making big changes for himself. And it's because of the healing in the 5D that he's been able to cut away all that old crap. Oh, okay. I remember now. If you remember a few readings ago, the feminine was trying to pass the masculine the sword of truth through the 5D connection, and I made the reference to Rey and Ben in Rise of Skywalker at the end when she passes him Luke's lightsaber through their force bond so that he can fight. There's the sword. Do you see it? Bam, there it is. He's got it. It worked. He's enlightened. It worked. He's got it now. And through that cutting away of the old, he has a new perception on things. And he's using that to manifest for himself. Isn't that beautiful? Now we have the fairy godmother, which is like a wish granted, of course, and the 4 of Wands. So if we think about it, that's kind of self-explanatory, right? Small gift or wish granted from nowhere. And, okay, other ravens from the raven's nest, if you look up in the corner, we've got an owl sighting again. Owls have been playing in the collective lately. So there's another owl for you, if that's an omen or a sign for you. Also, what is she holding? It looks almost like an orange or something. It's this beautiful glowing globe. She's got a bubble in one hand and this orange bubble in, I want to say it's an orange. Maybe I'm just craving oranges right now, but it does look like an orange. Isn't it? And then she's got the bubble over here. The bubbles to me are like thoughts, because, you know, thought bubbles. So maybe she's got a gift of insight in one hand, and a gift of I just had the word manifesting 3D stuff in the one hand. Grace and helpful lessons, a little nudge, catch a break. And this, the Four of Wands, is building foundation. See, it's like the 4 pillars of the house. This is also called the 1111 card for twin flames. I don't like to give it that much weight. I can see why they would, but I don't like to give it that much weight. To me, this is very earthy energy, and twin flame energy is very, very 5D advanced kind of energy. So this is good luck, good fortune in creating a new foundation for or with someone new. Okay, and then we have Singer of Courage and the 9 of Cups. Bravery, self-discipline, moral strength, and breaking limitations. Transmutation of fear. Okay. The 9 of Cups. In this card, he's a baker. Like, he owns an inn, it looks like, and he's got 9 full cups. In the Rider-Waite deck, it had been suggested, and I'd never seen it before until I heard one other reader describe it this way, that the 9 of Cups is the guy sitting in front of the cups is a genie, and you have to make your wish. But, I mean, in genie lore, you only get 3 wishes, but there's 9 cups, so you gotta choose. And it has a very 7 of Cups feel to it, because that, again, is choices and options. But in the 9 of Cups, they're all lined up behind him, and he's sitting there very smug in front of his cups. But to me, all those cups are still empty. There's the potential for fulfillment, but to me, it's not quite there yet. He's sitting there like, look at all my cups. I got them all lined up. You don't have 9 cups lined up. I do. But they're empty cups yet. It's the potential of happiness. And in this deck, instead of a genie, we have a baker. On top of courage. This is beautiful. He finally has the courage to make the wish, to get his wishes fulfilled, to manifest the ability to fulfill his wishes. That came up in the other reading too, didn't it? Wish fulfillment. And it was down in the feminine energy. And it was her wish fulfillment is his healing. And in order to heal, how did it go? Fulfilling her wishes would heal him, and his healing is fulfilling her wishes. That's how I think it went. So let's go down in the feminine here. We've got Mike the Myomancer, which is slow movement, but calculated, I feel, because they're considering every single clue and sign and detail. Again, detail. We have the feline here, which is annoying details. And then the Page of Cups, which is a small love offer. Or an apology. It's always read as an apology, though. In this deck, the page does not have a fish in his cup. But it's lit up. Look at that. It's lit up like the Dickens, right? Like the heart chakra is open. I think this is someone who is newly reopened their heart chakra and is ready to come forward with a message that they are ready for new love. But they're going to be taking it slow, you know? They're going to be reading the signs and considering the details and not making any rash movements, but their heart is open to it, even though it might be open a little bit. Like, they're not gonna jump in full-fledged into a brand new, like he's preparing for a Four of Wands, but I don't think the feminine is looking that way yet. I think they're looking towards the past, looking towards the left here, trying to tie up what is being closed out, but looking hopefully towards the future with this bright new cup, but not moving yet. See the page? He's not moving. He's standing still. So I think this is preparing for that opening up to new love possibilities. Then we have She of the Cruach, which is the Empress, the chalice, the womb, the mother god. So she's nurturing something. And I think she's keeping it very, very protected. Look, he's on the defense. Nothing is getting past him, right? Nothing is getting through that door without fighting him first. And that's a very protective kind of energy for this new growth that the feminine is incubating. I don't see right now that this could be a child. I mean, we do have the Four of Wands, which is a foundation for a new home, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's, it's for a child. It could just be trying to create something new for the feminine, because she just did close out a cycle in the 3D, so now she's having to start new. And I think whatever she's been, I keep wanting to say incubating, I'm stuck on that word, and it's not necessarily like pregnancy, but it's being protected, and I love that, because right next to it is the Sage energy, which to me screams protection and wisdom. And on top of him, we've got the Page of Swords, which is information gathering. So I believe that the feminine is working still in the 3D, gathering information and trying to create something from nothing and being very protective about it. And this actually is mirroring the masculine. And I don't think I had seen that yet. A real full-on mirroring effect here. I love it. I love that the sword got through from before, from where she was trying to pass it to him through the 5D. I love that now he's got it. And he's manifesting truth. I love it. Then we have... Oh, wait, did we do... Where are we now? Okay, we did masculine and feminine. Now we're doing the connection. Okay. So Flav the Footer is earthy, coming back down to earth. And where is he coming down? But 10 of Cups. That's the fulfillment, love fulfillment. The happy home, the happy love. I see bees. Bees are very industrious. They work together. They have the community in mind above themselves individually. The last time the bee came up, I got the message of what they had been working on was now ready to be tasted. Now is ready to be harvested. And that is a very 10 of Cups feeling. Like, now that 9 of Cups is full 10 of Cups, and now it's ready to be shared in this loving home environments. Then we have Least of the Shadows, which is help for the hopeless, lost and fallen, healing deep damage, and souls connecting for healing. That is the perfect card to have right in the middle in the state of the connection between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, is they're coming together for healing. Which maybe now, because masculine went through first, maybe now this is the first inklings of the feminine now coming in to be healed in the 5D where the masculine just was. But now we've got on top of it the Ten of Swords. Oh, I see 3 birds. Do I have to sing the song? Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of memories pure and true. Singing, this is our message to you. So their message is, come into the 5D to meet and be healed. And I have been saying this for a while. Masculine, you have to understand that healing is to be done together at some point also. So feminine needs to heal, masculine needs to heal, but they need to come together to heal together also. That is one of the most important steps in bringing the bonded connection into union, is healing together. And mind you, I've said it before, they're stronger together too. And in order to come, they have to come together in order to heal this Ten of Swords. This final step of releasing the pain. That's what they're supposed to do together. Then we have the feline, of course, which is tying up loose ends and annoying details. This is like, you can't go yet, you still got clothes in the dryer, or you got to put the rent check out to be mailed, or, you know, don't forget the dog's got to go out before you leave. That's all 3D stuff. But now take the feeling of that and bring it into the 5D and think of all the junk that's in the inner mind that you need to tie up before you can actually collaborate with another person to make these plans come true. It's just, there's still things to be done in the connection before they can collaborate. And I think what it is that they need to come together to heal. One last step, you know. But before that, I think the feminine is going to be moving up into the connection in the 5D to do her healing too. Because she's been concerned with 3D preparations. I don't think she's had a chance to actually release and be purified from what she's gone through yet. And I think this might be her time to start moving up into the 5D to get that healing also. So here we have the journeyman, which is like the fool. He's ready to step off and fling his thought bubble. To me, that reminds me of the fool with his stick and the satchel that he carries with him. And in the satchel is one of every suit. 1 cup, 1 sword, 1 wand, and 1 pentacle. That's what the fool carries with him. And if you notice the fool, well, in this card it's 13. 15? 15. But in the Rider Waite, the fool is 0, because it's the potential of everything but nothing yet. But he has all the tools. And then the next card in the tarot after 0 is 1, the magician. And these are all the things he had in his fool's satchel, and now he's using it to manifest. Where here, it's in the 3D, he's still carrying it, still ready to jump. And on top of this energy, we have temperance, which is alchemy, turning pain into joy. and damage into deep healing, and we had that over here too for deep healing. We also have the Eight of Swords, which is someone bound up in their mind about it. See, in the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded because she's not making any decisions. In the Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded because she's got too many decisions. You know? And she's either closing her eyes to them or trying to use her intuition to choose which one. I kind of got the feeling here, it just was like illustrated to me just now through spirit, like these are spinning around her. Like, what's the round and round they go, where they stop nobody knows. So it's like, this feels like a more negative energy from the Seven of Cups, which is options floating around them that they get to choose from. But these swords, these are all doubts and fears and people like Glankener energy, people whispering, you can't do that, or doubts that I can't do that, or I don't have the means to do that, what am I going to do? So I feel like those thoughts are swirling around her and swirling around them in this connection. But, and that is what is needing to be alchemized and healed. So we're going to continue, and I'm going to draw from the Tarot of the Divine, and we're going to get a little bit of deeper interpretation here. I'm sorry, I stuttered over that word. Okay. Oh, these, darn it. These are so stiff. My hands are tiny. Okay. I love this deck, but it does get very deep for me, and it might get emotional. I love it and I hate it because I don't like to. I'm an air sign with a lot of fire. I don't process emotion very well. Give me ideas. Give me information. Give me data. Give me things I can put in order and organize and understand. Hypothesis and proving, scientific method. Give me that. Emotions are quite difficult for me to process. So when things get emotional for me, you're going to hear a blubbering mess, and I apologize. Which is weird because I also have a grand trine in water. 3 planets in the 3 water signs in a trine. And they say that when someone has a grand trine, those things actually come easy to them, but they ignore it because, well, it comes easy to them. And it doesn't for me. Emotions are terrible things, and I want to avoid them at all costs. However, being a Libra, I love deeply, I don't know why Spirit wanted me to say all that about these cards, but there is. Okay, let's get one good shuffle, please, with my tiny hands. Okay. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Okay. Let's get some clarification here, please. Can we clarify the Magician on Sylvanus for the masculine, please? What is being manifested? What did he cut away so that he could harness his inner power so that he could manifest? Oh, we've got something already. I'll take what fell face up. 3 of Swords. That's heartbreak. I'll have to come back to that. Can you clarify, please? 4 of Wands and the Fairy Godmother. This wish fulfillment, that's too many. Wish fulfillment for a new foundation? Please clarify. Justice. That's a good card. That's Libra energy. And we've got the Empress. She of the Cruach is the Empress, and the Empress rules Libra and Taurus, and we are in Taurus season. We also have Mike the Myomancer, who is one of the Earth Stone Men, so this is an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. And now we have Justice. Justice on top of this beautiful Four of Wands and Fairy Godmother. So this wish granted for the masculine is justice for him. That's beautiful. Can we clarify the Nine of Cups on top of the Singer of Courage, please? Already? Ace of Cups. Ooh, yeah. New love. That's beautiful. Can we come down to the feminine energy, please, Spirit? And clarify the Page of Cups on top of Mike the Myomancer, please. What is this? Messages, small clues, omens, and signs for the Page of Cups, please. Six of Swords, moving on. Okay, I'll come back to that, because Two of Swords also showed, but it flipped, but it didn't flip. Can we please clarify the Seven of Wands on top of the Mother God Empress? What is being incubated and protected in the feminine energy, please? What is being incubated and protected in the feminine energy, please? Okay, let's see what this is. The Lovers. How crazy is that? That's what she's incubating. Now, this could be a choice also. This is Gemini energy. A choice. So maybe she's trying to defend the creation of a choice for herself. But I mean, come on, the Lovers. She's trying to protect her ability to choose a new lover. I love that idea. And now, Page of Swords on top of the Sage, please. What is the information gathering from the inner wisdom? Clarify, please. Page of Swords on the Sage. Five of Cups. That's regret. Okay, I'll come back to that. So I gotta come back to the first one and the last one. Let's do the connection, please. Can we get a card clarifying the Ten of Cups on Flat the Footer in the connection, please, Spirit? Nothing? What? No. Ten of... Okay. We've got the World. Stable foundation. And sometimes the energy of the World card, to me, gets a little muddled with the Wheel of Fortune, because both of them turn, and both of them supposedly symbolize cycles. So the World is like the ending of the cycle. It's blam, the last card of the major arcana. That's like the end. But in the Rider-Waite deck, the picture is like the lady in the laurel boughs, the laurel leaves, which is like victory, but in the four corners are the four fixed signs, which are Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and oh crap, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Okay. And I want to say a little bit on those four signs. In the zodiac, they represent the four quadrants of creation, and each one of them has a major star. Leo the lion has Regulus, which is the heart star. Crap, I used to know all the four royal stars. Leo has Regulus. Scorpio has, oh, what is it? I think it's on its back, like one of the stars on its back is the major star. It's also an eagle in some cultures, or in some areas of astrology. Scorpio is also represented by an eagle. Taurus is Aldebaran, I believe. The eye of the bull, the royal star there, and Aquarius, I'm not sure. But they are the stars on which the 4 pillars of the firmament, the 4 pillars of the firmament are connected. That's why, to me, the World card symbolizes a new stable foundation at the end of all things. That took forever to get there. So can we please have clarifying card for 10 of Swords on Lease the Shadow, hope for the hopeless. And that's definitely the most hopeless card, is 10 swords in the back, for sure. I'm going to take 1 second, please, to reset my music, because I need music to hear. Back up a little bit and play like normal music. Hopefully I won't get copyrighted when I try to upload this later. I'll start with this. Okay, please clarify 10 of Swords on Lease the Shadows in the connection. Wheel of Fortune. What did I just talk about? Oh my god, the Wheel of Fortune. To everything turn, there is a season. Okay, I'll come back to that. Let me continue. Can we clarify 3 of Pentacles collaboration with the feline? Details. I don't know. 10 of Coins. That's beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. Temperance and 8 of Swords, please. Clarify. Alchemizing. Stagnation. On top of the Fool. Seven of Cups. Options. Okay. Let's go through this now. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. I will definitely address her. She is a powerful energy. There's no going home. Okay. I feel like... Let me see what I'm feeling from this. I feel like the masculine may be using what he's learned from this great heartbreak in order to manifest something else. Like, he's taken the mask up. Not even that maybe that's what he had done in the 5D when he was healing. The mask was removed from him so that now he could see the truth. That he has what he needs to manifest a new beginning from this great heartbreak. What I like about this card is that, yes, she's got 2 swords stuck in her chest, but she is using 1 sword to cut away. I know this story. But I don't remember I don't remember this character getting stabbed in this story. This, I believe, was a story where the maiden was a bird. And she was betrothed to a human man. Here he is, in the window. And I think it was one of those things where he wasn't supposed to look at her in her true form, or tragedy would strike. And I think he got curious and looked at her in her form, and it destroyed her. You see the lightning coming from above and 2 swords in the heart, and she's using 1, it looks like, to literally cut her feathers off. So yeah, this is quite hurtful. maybe he's cutting away in the old form in order to free himself from whatever betrothal. I mean, it was like a contract. She was betrothed to him because he found her or something like that. So this is like a marriage where one person betrayed the other, and now they have to cut off part of themselves in order to be free. And that came out on top of manifesting and the cutting away. See, there's the sword. Cutting away false perceptions. And that you can actually think of in this story too, because her true form, what was her true form? Was she the bird or was she the maiden? What's the perception here that she's cutting away? She's cutting away the perception of what he saw. So then we have this beautiful setup here, fairy godmother, which is granted wish, and the Four of Wands, which is a new foundation for a home with someone, and beautiful justice on top. I believe this is saying that from whatever wrong was done to him, he's receiving his justice. And you know what his justice is? A new foundation and a wish granted. That's his justice. Justice is also karma, which is why it's linked to Libra, because Libra is also usually represented with a double-edged sword. I feel like Gemini is represented with two swords because they're always of two minds, but Libra's sword is double-edged, which one sword, but each side does something different. You know, each side is sharp. So that's the energy that masculine has going for him right now. His justice is coming. And his justice is finally something happy. Wish granted, you know. And then we go on to, he has courage to go after his Nine of Cups. And this time he's going to accept the Ace of Cups that the divine is trying to hand him. For a long time, masculine was dropping the Four of Cups, which is, they say it's an opportunity, past opportunity, a missed opportunity. To me, it says discerning of my options. So in the Four of Cups, he's got 3 cups on the ground, and the divine is trying to hand him a big old cup from spirit, and he's just looking at it going, what am I supposed to do with that? I've got these 3 already. But it feels like the masculine energy has changed, and now he's actually going to accept that beautiful Ace of Cups that the divine was trying to hand him in order to add to the 9 of Cups, so that he can get the 10, which I know has shown up somewhere. Where the heck is that 10? I know it's here somewhere. Isn't it? Did I hallucinate that? Oh, don't tell me. Nope. There it is. Bam. It's still being worked on in the 5D. In the connection. It's still... We're going to get there. But look, it's still being manifested. Oh my gosh. We're over an hour already. Oh, goodness. I'll try to hurry. Okay, let's go into the middle here in the connection. Fifth footer, which is grounding, the 10 of Cups, which is manifesting the happiness, and the World, which is stable foundation at the end of all things. I love that. Then we've got Release the Shadows. Did I do this already? I'll do it again. Help for the hopeless. The 10 of Swords was feeling pretty goddamn hopeless, and bam, look, the Wheel of Fortune, the ending of that cycle, the turning of the wheel in the favor of the connection, and all of that crap in the middle of it is being released for a new cycle. That's Spider-Woman. Let's move on. The Feline, okay. Annoying Details, trying to wrap up. Three of Pentacles, which is a collaboration between people, and the Ten of Coins. Okay, give me a second to think on this, please. This song is about a bird. How interesting. Okay. Okay, I think this is... I think I was putting too much weight on the negativity of the feline. I really think this is a beautiful energy. There are some unkept promises and unfulfilled duties yet. Duty. But I think they're going to be addressed. I have to remember this is the connection, so this is the mix of both of their energies. I can relate to this because there are definitely details and things that need to be tied up before I can collaborate with someone new. But I think the connection is saying that it's possible and it's on its way. And I think that this energy is the stuff that like Spirit is working on manifesting. So this is stuff that's still incubating for them. This is stuff that's still in the oven because where is he? Didn't we have the baker? The great baker? That Nine of Cups? Now we have the last one here we've got is the Journeyman, which is the Fool. He's ready to jump. Temperance and the Eight of Swords. So alchemizing, what is that word that I had earlier? Not stagnation. Like when they're frozen. When they're frozen in fear. So they're trying to... There's a call to independence, but somebody's really bound up in fear about it. And I think in the connection in the 5D, they're working to try to alchemize that fear into options. Yeah. So, let me think what I want to say. Oh, and then the bottom of the deck here was the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Ace of Wands, or Queen of Cups, and Ace of Wands underneath, but the Queen of Cups represents someone who is ready to love again, but they're going to be cautious about it. See how she's covering her cup? She's like, you can have it, but you better deserve it. You better not make me regret this, right? I've regretted it once already. I'm not going to regret it again, you know? So there's an air of caution. There's an air of... I don't want to say despair, but someone's really tired. And there might be doubt. Let's go through the feminine here. Like the Myomancer, which is slow-moving energy. Page of Cups, which is also slow. He's not really moving forward with his cup, even though it's ready. And he's looking to go. He's looking at someone to give it to, but he hasn't moved forward yet. But here we have the Six of Swords, which is movement. So this might be planning to move forward and not moving yet. Oh, I know this story. Who is this? This is Danae and Perseus. Okay. in this story, if I'm getting the names right, bear with me, this could be Theseus too. Danae was a princess that, of course, Zeus wanted to bang, and he did so, and she had Perseus. But in order to protect the child, Danae and the child were loaded into a box and sent, just put in the ocean and fare thee well, hopefully. Now, in this, it shows that she's paddling, but I think in the original myth, it was like a coffin. They were bound in there and just left to the devices. And fortunately, Poseidon, the god of the sea, took pity on them and delivered them safely to another land, which, please forgive me, I forget where she went to. So, not only is this movement to a better place, but it's like divinely protected, even though she was set there because of something that the gods had done. She was given a judgment that she didn't deserve by the gods, probably Hera, because Hera tends to be a petty bitch whenever she finds out that Zeus was swinging it around. But then another god, Poseidon, took pity on them and delivered them from troubled waters to a better place. So this feels like a little bit of a divine nudge, like with the fairy godmother. So divine feminine is very, very worried about where she's moving to, but I think that there's going to be a little bit of divine help to nudge her in the right direction. That's so cool that the energies are coming back and forth. I love that. We've got Mother God, the Empress, and the Seven of Wands, which is being defensive of what's being created, on top of the Lovers, creating a choice for herself, calling in her lover, her true lover. That's like I don't think I need to go any further on that one, but this one I feel I do. The Sage, which is inner wisdom, with the Page of Swords, which is gathering information, and the Five of Cups, which is regret. I think that the Divine Feminine in her 3D work is mourning what she's lost, because a very tough cycle has just ended, and she did have to walk away from something. And when something is purged like that, like the Tower came through a few times, more than a few times over the last, 6 months, we'll go back. So when stuff like that is burned away, you stand in the wreckage and you mourn for a bit. And I think that's what she's doing here. She's mourning some things that she regrets from the previous cycle. I don't quite know this story. I think this is La Llorona. Yeah, La Llorona. This is a Mexican myth. It's taken many forms. It's the story of the mother who either killed her children or her children died, and she's mourning them. Because here, I've never seen this before, but there's a hand reaching up from in the water where all these cups are spilled. These, I believe, are supposed to represent her children. And there's a hand coming up pulling her, which means that she is like forever bound to her grief, because it will always be here in the water and she will always be crying for it. She may have found information through her inner wisdom and inner vision. I mean, her own work in the 5D may have enlightened some information for her that is very sad. And now that's probably the next step for her to be coming up into the 5D connection for her own healing. So I see a switch. I see, like, previously the feminine was doing really well in the 3D. The masculine was the one that was being tormented, and now he's healed and moving on, but now she's gonna come around and deal with her healing too. So I'd like to get some love quotes on these two, and then we're gonna wrap it up because we're already at over an hour again. Sometimes I really try to keep these short so nobody gets bored, but I don't know how to streamline it. Let's get some love messages on these two. I hope this resonated with some people. I hope this was helpful. I hope it made sense. If it did resonate, and if you feel called to do so, if you'd like to drop a little bit on my Cash App and help a little witch that's starting over from her own tower, it would be greatly appreciated. Let's get these love quotes. I again feel like masculine is getting clear of whatever terrible things he was working through, and now feminine has to tie up some things and come forward for her own healing, and I think that's really hard for her. I had to cut these, but not into the piles I need yet. Okay, let's not pay attention to that. Let's just cut. Are these upside down? I don't have to worry about that. One more good shuffle, please, Spirit. And then let's get some quotes from these two lovers. Alright. Yeah? Like that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think this is from a song. Let me try to get there. Nope, can't get there. So, this says, oh, this might be from the feminine. It's taking every bit of strength to not reach out to you. Because I am alone. That feels like it's from the feminine. Oh, here's this one popped up again. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. Then we have, the nights are long, longing for you to come home. And underneath it says, please just come home. That's that 4 of Wands energy, that home energy, the 10 of Cups energy, home. They're being called to come home to each other. This says, sometimes I think I can hear you telepathically. A giggle, a whisper, my name, your voice is in my soul. I feel like that's from the masculine. And underneath it says, my heart is broken. Okay, so they are definitely thinking of each other. What is this song lyric? Oh, I can't think of it. It's from Major Lazer too, and I hated that group when it was out because they were just ugh, whatever. But then I heard a version of their song on The Voice by one of the contestants, and it had been changed very much into a version that was really, really cool. So, oh God, what is the song name? Anyway, it was by Major Lazer, but it's The Nights Are Long, Longing for You to Come Home. There's a lot of cards here calling for them to come back together, because like was it the Moon's Daughter, or Lisa the Shadow is calling for healing together now. So maybe when the feminine comes up into the connection to be healed, masculine will already be healed and be there for her. And that's maybe what the Sage energy is. Finally, a masculine energy coming forward as a protector. Okay, we're going to wrap that up. Thank you everyone for sticking with me and watching. I hope this resonated with someone. I hope it made sense. Please give me some feedback in the comments, and if it resonated and you liked it, go ahead and maybe drop something on my Cash App. Everything's appreciated, and I can't wait to come back and talk to you again. Bye.